Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your magical moon message. This is the Peace Dealer. I am currently getting my phone screen fixed, and even though I have been paying years, for this, I just realized I have a tablet. I completely forgot I have a whole tablet. Anyway, it is literally charging right there. I could even have gone live on it, but whatever. Anyway, moon in Sag, sun in Cancer. As you can see, the moon is directly trying Jupiter, 8 degrees. We are going to see Jupiter retrograde here at 8 degrees. Fun fact, my Mars is 8 degrees Aries. So if anyone ever had sex with me, it is a level up. My dick is a leveling up dick. That's actually, I shouldn't have said that right now, but it's wild Sag. So for anyone who's curious, for anyone who's interested, for a limited time only, I might have, if you want to level up, you might want to perhaps bump uglies with me. But if you find anyone else with Mars and Aries or 8 degrees Mars and Aries, there you go. I know it was pertinent enough info to mention, and I want you to think about how wild it is to even say something like that. Whereas you have the holiness of Cancer. Cancer is a holy vibration. It takes into account emotion and subtleties in emotion. Then you have Sagittarius, it's just wild. That's going to say, so, think about what I just said in relation to the context of just putting this out there on a broadcast that could be taken any which way. Certain people can listen to what I said and laugh. Other people could be grossly offended. Regardless, the offer still stands. And other than that, just keep that in mind with, the notion of how you might also be interacting with others who are also kind of free, Sagittarius, to just, express certain aspects of their behavior that might be unbecoming or charming. It really depends on your perception. Regardless, this is the final integration facet before the full moon, baby. All right. In less than 48 hours, the moon's going to be in Capricorn. And you're going to be using new superpowers that you activated on the new moon in Cancer. It is a 2-week manifestation process. That's just science. That's just the science of lunar cycles. Don't let anybody who cannot even tell you the aspect of a lunar phase, whether they know if it's waxing gibbous or waning gibbous, if they can't tell you the significance of the lunar phases, if they don't know what a first quarter square is, a third quarter square is, don't let these stupid chads tell you that astrology is stupid when they can't even tell you what a moon sign is. Okay. Lots of these people are pouring their money away on NFTs thinking that you don't know anything. It's hilarious. Anyway, what's very key about a transit like this is, given the vision of Sagittarius, the moon's receptivity will enable you to, are you ready? Understand how your Cancer Sun powers look like. Visual optics in a physiological sense is ruled by Taurus. All right, your 5 senses is all Taurian. These are physical senses, but the perception, there's your physical sense of sight, but then there's the perception of vision. 2 different things. The physical ability for you to see is grounded through Taurus. And we'll see with Uranus, this can add clairvoyance. This could add clairsentience, clairgustiance. But your perception, the meaning of what you see, the actual experience of seeing, that's all Sagittarius. And so given that the moon is 6th house to Cancer right now, the behavioral change offers an ability to literally change your lifestyle, to change your behavior. This is collective understanding that you'll see throughout the world, that you'll see in amazing synchronicities, especially in its square to Neptune, that will confuse the crap out of you if you're still holding on to expectations towards what reality should be versus what it is. Those of you who are accepting, because thankfully we have Gemini. Normally we don't have Gemini and Virgo. Thankfully, at least we have Gemini to put Sag in check and Sag to put Gemini in check. With no Virgo, there are no relevant facts real time unless you have Virgo energy. Okay, or you're a Virgo yourself, to put in check this abstract collective narrative of Neptune. What does that mean? That means if anyone was lying, were you there? Do you have the proof to see? And Neptune in itself isn't bad because we don't always need Virgo. You still can believe even if you don't have the facts. But Virgo is more insurance to make sure we have evidence of what's being said. It's empty. But at least we have Gemini so that you can at least crystallize through your heart the truth of everything that you are unveiling, that you see the meaning into. Sagittarius is the meaning, Gemini is the word. So for the experiences that Moon and Sagittarius unveil, Venus will curate a word for that experience that you can break down before it goes into Virgo and you start to come into greater details of evidence of this experience. Basically, all I'm saying is new powers. It doesn't even have to be an ability, but a new feeling, a new power, a new element of definition of the sincere aspect of how you feel about your individuality is integrating. It is showing you the higher level of how this must be adjusted before you harvest it. And Capricorn, use it. Not only will you use this, everything you're using going over Pluto will awaken as we go down the 2-week gauntlet. And the level of awakening you have over the next 2 weeks will be considerably more potent than what we've gone through the last 6 months. Yes, you heard me. Okay. We also have to think that this is all a manifestation of everything that we have done with the Sun Pluto transit in January of 2022. This is a full-on completion and harvest and blossoming of the awakening we activated then. So when I say you're going to be using new superpowers over the next 2 weeks, you're going to be using new superpowers. The proximity and angle to Neptune and Uranus is going to make this utilization somewhat strange, weird, in that you instantly come into insight of what you're using, in that you instantly change your perspective of how to see what you got and what you do. And you're implementing, dare I say, the controversial nature of the supernatural, the extra dimensional, the unconventional, etc. All right. What that means to you is how you're going to define that through your character. Do you want to be in denial? You have the choice to do that. Do you want to be in denial and belittle others who believe in their own magic because you haven't unlocked yours? You have the choice to do that. Do you want to acknowledge the fact that there's so many aspects to the metaphysical we have barely even caught up to, and maybe we can open our minds to help facilitate and grow magic potential in others? That's your choice too as well. The choice is yours, okay? Hopefully you choose wisely, but regardless, the objectivity of this moon in Sag is going to show you how to integrate your abilities. Moon in Virgo a week ago literally fleshed through real details so that based on your physiology, you can initiate with this activation how to feel into your power. Now you're seeing the higher level in Sag based on those facts, how to integrate these new abilities. That presupposes that you're going to see your superpowers. You're going to take action, and that's going to induce causality for you to actually see the effects so that you can integrate sixth house practice. How better to practice so that after this practice over the next few days, it's complete, full moon, Capricorn, you're using it. And the whole purpose of harvesting this utilization, gaining knowledge through Aquarius, experiencing at the higher level through Pisces, and then activating it again in Aries is to prepare you for Leo season when the moon's in Taurus. And now you take these new abilities you're using on stage, talent show, you're performing it. You're now social. So this is going to be a hyper accelerated evolution transit that starts literally down with the moon trining Jupiter of evolution, giving you a higher insight so that you can feel the greater wisdom of how you've evolved, of how much more powerful you are. And honestly, y'all need to really stop giving moments in time to people who will never see you in your face. Even if they would, like, they're not operating in any logic at all. They're mostly operating in feelings. They're operating off of gossip that people told them about. They're being passive aggressive. If any of them ever wanted to be direct, call you up on the phone, tell you how they feel, that will require a courage that they don't have. So instead, they're going to just project their insecurity on you. That's your choice to waste your time dealing with grown men and women's insecurity just because of some nuance they put up. Take this fire, Sag, and burn that bullshit. You don't owe anybody anything at all. The only thing you really owe anybody is the integrity of your truth, to be truly who you are to anybody else. You don't owe anybody else concerning having to be someone that they want you to be or they believe you to be. That's not who you are. You're not some idea in their head. You're you. And so this trine is going to show you the meaning more of all this expansion you've made since Jupiter entered Aries in May. And given that Jupiter's about to retrograde, it's going to be a huge milestone that'll let you know what to adjust as it goes back into Pisces. And that's going to happen in September, in like November. So yeah, I'm really excited. I've been waiting for this transit. This next week is going to be a heavy hitter, especially because we're eventually going to have the opposition of Pluto, and you're going to start to see how extremely intense and serious all these conflicts are. Keep thinking it's a game. We are in the apocalypse cycle. You can get distracted by the entertainment industries that wish to make you play in a battlefield and make you think like you're a conspiracy theory if you question anything that's odd about what's happening. Or you can stop being a bitch and like stand up for yourself. No one's telling you to get pitchforks and to protest. All we are asking is that you do not switch up being your unique, authentic self for anyone. Talk less of a collective narrative that seeks to take your power and shove your sovereignty down the trash in the name of this religion, this belief, this social movement, all of which can suck my big, fat, meaty dick. I hope you enjoy this moon in Sagittarius. Don't dim your light for anybody. Get ready to see the extent of how powerful you become, and get ready to use these superpowers because they're going to be used for something. Welcome to the end of the world. Peace.